Hello. Oh, let me remove this and add our spotlight. Bless you. Thanks, Mum. I'm running late today. I'm hot. I'm irritated. Oh, look at Spotlight's new come on.
Very nice.
Clever advertising, I might say. Yeah, I'm hot. I've had the worst day.
Oh no.
Maybe.
Yeah, I've had the worst day. I'm just at my wit's end with these people and
battery fully charged.
hang on a second. These people and my mum, NHS. You meet some real good eggs in the NHS. One day, you know, when you meet a good person, they will have a look and they will hang on a minute. I'm just trying to here we go. They will definitely look into stuff and, you know, give you a good service. But I think a lot of the consultants, they just see you as hospital numbers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they get irritated when you challenge the status quo.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you? Let me just. Yeah. How dare you? Challenge. But if it don't make sense, then we not have to ask questions. Like it doesn't make sense what you're saying. It just doesn't. So yeah, it's just been the worst day. I'm coming off from a high from the weekend. We had a really good weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a great weekend. But then, you know, back to the bullshit. But, you know, I was just saying to Mum, like, they're basically saying that she has to take the medication because her underlying health issues are more important than the rash that it's causing.
Wow.
One doctor is saying, it's, you know, she displayed common sense. She went through all of the tablets that my mum's on, looked for the common ingredient and said, all right, well, let's eliminate magnesium stearate because that seems to be the common ingredient, right? And let's eliminate that. Since they've eliminated that, she doesn't have as bad as reaction. Like she used to get open lesions on her skin. She doesn't get that anymore. So it's obvious she's allergic to magnesium stearate. Thank you for spotting that. This idiot comes along and is like, well, you've been ill-advised. It's not a medication. So how do you know that without checking?
Exactly.
So we went around and around and around and around in circles. He became increasingly irritated with me. I became increasingly irritated with him.
This year is special as we celebrate our...
Okay. I became irritated with him because you're not listening.
Yeah.
He said, so you don't agree with me? I said, well, no, because this is my mum. She's not a hospital number to me. So I've been watching her. So since we've removed the magnesium stearate, I have seen improvements. So to me, there's definitely an allergic reaction to magnesium stearate. So I don't agree with you. But it's almost as if you don't want to make everything a race thing, but it's almost as if when you're black, you're not allowed to challenge or you're not allowed to disagree. They get pompous. Well, I'm the doctor. Okay, well then, doctor, make it make sense. And then I will stop challenging him. But it doesn't make any sense. I mean, I got challenge. It's my mum. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So had to write one stink email and ask for a second opinion. I don't want to deal with you because you're not even prepared to do patch tests or, you know.
Right. Yeah.
It was like since she had the long COVID, there's respiratory issues. They said, the respiratory department said, some of it might be due to allergies. So we need to do an allergy test to determine what she is allergic to. He's not prepared to do that.
Wow.
Then I'm not going to just take that. You know, I'm not going to just take that. So, but at the same time, I just think we just need to come out of their dusty ass country.
And no, that's where my thought is.
And you'll be able to clean this up naturally anyway, because he said to me, you know, well, we don't know what. I said, well, what would cause a rash in these later years? What would just cause a rash like that? It's not the medication. You're not telling me what you think it is. It just happens. So I said, so if you don't know what you're treating, how can you treat it?
Exactly. Right.
Well, we don't know what causes asthma, but we treat asthma. That's what. So I'm saying, so you lot just don't understand. You don't look to determine what root causes are. You just treat. But you don't know
that's the medical industry, really.
And you don't know what you treat, and you don't know. Excuse me if I appear ignorant, but this is ludicrous to me. It really is.
What
so,
it is? Sorry, go on.
Go on. You finish. Go on.
They think they look at you and think, how do you know so much, or why are you asking these particular questions? You know, you're not supposed to be brainy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, come on.
Even the consultant that I like mentioned my intelligence today, and I find that as a Black person with intelligence, it's definitely like I don't think she meant it as an insult. Actually, she's the one that I respect. But she was like, "You're incredibly bright. You and your mother are incredibly bright."
Yeah.
Why is that even a factor?
Yes. Why is that surprising? And why? Yeah.
Why does it even need to be mentioned that I'm incredibly intelligent? Like, yeah, I know that.
Oh, you're meant to be a dummy.
I'm meant to just take whatever rubbish you're telling me and just accept that. No. So give me a second opinion and a different consultant, please, and thanks. Fed up. And we've been having this conversation for over 10 years, and I won't go away, because you'll get one consultant to admit, yeah, it's medication, and then someone will come and say, no, it's not. It cannot be. But I said, if you read the side effects on your leaflets, all of the tablets that you've put my mum on state that they can cause rash. So why is everyone acting so surprised that she's got a rash?
That's right.
It doesn't make it like it just
because
doesn't.
They don't care. The literally underlying thing is they don't give a damn. They don't care. They really don't care. And especially when you get to a certain age as well. And that's the thing, because in this country and in the West, it's like once you no longer are working and paying taxes in that way, they really don't care. Well,
she's got a daughter that reads, and ChatGPT will give me some law and some CQC standards to support my complaints. Don't fuck about. So let's go to war then. I'm pissed. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's a hospital number to you. She's a Black elderly woman, but she's my mother. She so happens to be the only immediate family member that I have left. So I'm not going to let you just ill-treat her. Like, come on.
I hear that.
What's happening? So, but I'm tired and my leg hurts, and do you know what I mean? Like perimenopausal symptoms. I thought that I was done with periods, and then it decided to just come back and do a whole chant and dance. You in there? Sure. I'm just fed up. I was even contemplating, like, oh, do I even want to do this show today? But then I was like, nah, man, we catch up with my girls and catch two jokes.
Shar, I'm loving the hair. I just noticed a bit ago. I am loving the hair.
Oh, Charlie's blonde, yes.
Yeah.
She's done the big reveal.
Oh, I like.
It looks nice. It suits her skin.
It does. It goes well with your color as well. It looks really good.
I was so shaken. I was just like, do I do it? I was like, you know what? Sod it, I'm going to do it. And I didn't want to look in the mirror. And she's like, really? I was like, no. And I was like, because if I said it does, it's not being funny. I don't know these people, and they don't know my style. So what looks good to them might not look good to me.
No, it looks
like,
good.
Right.
1, 2, 3. Then they go to the mirror. I'm like, okay. She goes, you ready? I'm like, yeah. I mean, I did it. I was like, I literally started to cry. I was so much. She goes, oh, okay.
It suits you. It looks lovely.
She said, I remember when you said, told me you combed your hair out, you started to cry. I said, yeah, because I was forever into doing different hairstyles now. She said, you're not going to grow your hair back. I'm like, nope.
It suits
Not at
you.
all. Thank you.
So what did we get up to over the weekend? What did you do, Bella?
Oh my word. Okay, so I had on Saturday just a local market, but as I said, my aunt and uncle came in from the States, so
Yes, that's right.
It's more about trying to spend time with them and accommodate them as well. So it's been more like that really for me.
Okay.
But but this weekend they leave on Saturday, and then of course Sunday I'm having a get together for my birthday.
Yeah.
So this weekend.
Yeah, right. Me and Mum was just talking about that because whichever way we do it, it's I'm gonna have to drive from really near Kent's not too far from you.
No, it's not actually.
No, so I'm gonna. But whichever way we look at it, I'm gonna have to drive from Kent to come home to drop off my stuff to come back to yours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we have to take the marquee and everything on Sunday.
Okay.
So, and I don't want to just leave it in the car.
I get you. Understandable.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a bit of a challenge, but
yeah.
What time does it finish?
6.
Oh, really? Okay.
By the time we pack up, get back here. It just depends on how late you will host us, because I'll still come.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be. Listen, it's coming to my birthday. Come by. More than maybe my family and all that. Some will leave because obviously they'll have work the next day. But I definitely want you guys to come by. Whatever time it is, come by. Definitely.
No, we definitely want to see you, because in NHR we were saying, you even asked me the other day, like, what we doing for Bella's birthday? Are we doing what we doing? And I was like, Bella, what? Just skip over that told.
I'm gonna do that Monday, but Sunday. I felt like, okay, you know what? I just want to see family and friends, and
So we'll do that, and then at least we would have done something.
That's true. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So yes, ladies. Oh, we done Pride. Black Pride.
How was that? They said it was good.
So good. I think you should try and do it, because I don't think there's a restriction on, because looking around, there was a lot more stalls this year, because we done it last year. We done Black Pride last year, and this was our second year, and there was a lot more stalls this year. And I don't think there will be any restrictions, or I think they would buy it.
I think the thing that I'm more concerned with, because obviously it's like things like jewelry is easier to just put on and go, and when you have that kind of atmosphere, but when you have things like a gel to take home, or it's more bulky.
They bought jewelry and they didn't want to wear it. They put it in boxes and they take their bag with them. So
I get that. Okay.
If they want it, they want it. If they don't, they don't.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
So something to look into.
Definitely.
Definitely an interesting event. I really enjoy it. I love that 22,000 people ascended on Stratford Olympic Park on Sunday, and not that I know of, but I don't think there was not one fight or no trouble.
That's really good.
They just come and turn up and show out and enjoy themselves, and have a good old time. It's always a vibe. And this year we was kind of near the main stage, so we could hear all of the music. So what piece of dancing? It's like, when we put out the videos, the customers were at our store.
We had a blast.
Vibes. I always enjoy it. So it was a good look. I like what they've done. I think Quincy's gonna raise this as a conversation, but he was asking, like, he said, did you go Black Pride? And I said, yeah. And he was like, why do you think we need a separate Black Pride? And my opinion is because, like, even when I took my mum to the toilet, some girl was sitting on the grass and she looked up and she saw my mum and her whole face just lit up and she started waving at my mum. And she said, hi. And mum was like, hello. And she was like, thanks for coming. And I think that's because my mum's generation.
That's true. Do not,
They don't play them games.
Yeah,
They don't play them games.
It's true.
Some claws. What in the feather is going on here? Like, they're not here for it.
No.
So someone of my mum's age at Pride with her stick, it was just like, thank you for being here. And you could see she genuinely appreciated that someone of my mum's age group was at that festival. So yeah, I think the reason that they need a Black Pride is because of that. I think our community can be very homophobic.
Yeah,
I think it's difficult for people within our community to be themselves and just be out with their sexuality. And it's a chance for everyone to just do them and be free.
Yeah,
and enjoy themselves. And I'll do it. I'm way too hot for you to try it. Oh, I know. Yeah, so it's it's just a place for them to be free, do their thing, and I guess come out, or because like, even as liberal-minded as I think I am, I still saw like women, like lesbians, and I'm like, yeah, so you're what does a lesbian look like? Do you know what I mean? So there's still so much myths to bust and stereotypes to dispel from your own aura. I think everyone's got a right to come here and be who they want to be, without judgment or fear of what anybody else thinks. So yeah, it's always an empowering day. I do like Pride. Our mum's generation definitely don't play them games. Nah, they're not here for it, Gracie. They're not. They're not here. As a result, you've got a lot of people that are going into psychosis or committing suicide because they feel so alone, or they just don't feel like they can connect or be themselves. I know somebody who I think they're blatantly gay, and I don't understand how their mum is still saying that they want to see grandchildren from this person.
Yeah,
or get surrogates or whatever the case may be. It's
crazy.
And accept that and allow him to be him. But they just don't play that. They just don't play that game.
Is that Caribbean or African parent?
Sorry?
Is that Caribbean or African parents?
I think both.
Yeah.
I think both.
Yeah.
I think there is a distinction between Caribbean and African cultures simply because of the separation of slavery.
Yeah.
But fundamentally,
we're just the same.
We're the same people. There are slight differences, but values and cultures and opinions, I think, are pretty much the same. From my understanding, Black Pride also started because there is still racism within their community. That was something that Quincy said to me today as well, that there's a lot of racism within, and I found that surprising, because I was like, well, ain't they supposed to be against discrimination? But everybody just thinks that they can discriminate against. My mum actually enjoyed it. First year she was a bit, what's going on? But this year she said it was really good. Yeah, bless. Love mum. Your mum's a vibe, Gary. I'm not gonna lie. I love her. She turns up, I'm like, the first year hair of my mum made me die.
Yes.
I suppose for people of their age, it is strange to see like a beautiful woman turn up with her hair done and a nice sundress with a moustache. It's like, what's happening? Like, why has she got a moustache? A lot of that was going on.
When she turned up, I think I was coming back from getting jinx of it, and I looked at Mum again. I was like, "What? How do I even address you? Like, what the hell?"
Gary's mum's face and my mum's face was like.
It is kind of mind-boggling. It makes you get your mind all in a twist. Like, trying to figure that out is a bit.
She was perfectly dressed.
Wow.
She looked lovely, but she just sported her.
I don't know. No.
Her moustache, and it was like, you know what I mean? And Natalie's like my mum's age group. Natalie's like, what's happening? Like Natalie would ask, what's actually happening? You know what I mean? But in the same breath, I found myself saying, "You don't look like a lesbian," and then my other side would be like, "Well, what does a lesbian look like?" So again, everyone's got sort of like preconceived notions in their head that just need to be dispelled. So yeah. Hang on, what's Gary saying? It started because Lady Phil saw that Black people were not being seen at the London Pride representation. In what sense? In the performances, or because we remember you done Sunita with me, Charlene, innit? You done Pride.
Yeah.
You modelled with Sunita when we done that big Pride. So
yeah, there was a bag, and that was just as big as on Sunday. There was a bag of people there. You wasn't sure.
What's her name? There was a couple of Black performers. I don't know if it's getting better. But yeah. I don't know. I just feel like everybody should be theirs. Should be allowed to be themselves. And then we had a guy next to us that was selling something completely different to what we were selling. But just found himself doing this, like looking over at us.
Really?
You're not selling the same thing as me, so why are bad minded?
Bad mind.
Don't get on with it. Yeah.
Wow.
Just being a little bitch. But yeah, it was good. It was good. So this week, Saturday, I haven't really got anything to do, but Sunday we're at Kent Fashion Week, and the Taste of Africa combined. So we'll just go and check it out and see what it's like and who we can meet. And you just never know. Like, I met a really nice girl. She wanted a hand chain made, and I made this hand chain for her. Her name was really, really beautiful woman, beautiful spirited, beautiful face. And she even started helping us out when we got really busy, innit? Because people wanted us to make stuff there and then on the spot and that. And she was like, "No, it's all right, I'll wait." So she waited for me to make her, and then she was handing stuff and helping. She was lovely. And we got talking, and she was like, "I'm in marketing, so I feel like I can help you. Where are you at with your marketing?" So I was explaining. She's like, "Yeah, man, there's loads of things that we can do to help you with that." So if that does come into fruition, then I've met a marketing expert just out there at Pride. So it's good to get out and about. So we've been having a good time. We've been having a good time and meeting some really interesting people that are outside of the normal constituency of people that we would meet. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Yeah, you like it on the road, don't
it? I love it. It's just from the moment we finished setting up, it was non-stop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
We may have had 5 minutes in between here and there, but I think just about got to eat a piece of chicken about once. That was it.
Yeah. And then today, I said to myself, I must tell you this, so I'll say it publicly anyway, that within all of that, you still found time to take footage, take a list of all of the things that we sold. You are my fucking G, Charlene, man. Like, seriously.
Oh, that's amazing.
Seriously. Like, I was like, do you know what? How the fuck did she do? I asked her to do this, but how? Because there's going to be some days that we might not be able to get certain things done because and you still managed to do it. So salute.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Can't wait to celebrate you next week.
And that is coming up soon.
Yeah, gonna do something. My plans are kind of scuppered because Natalie had bidded for it's a venue called Compressor House, and it's in the Royal Docks. It's a beautiful venue, and she bidded for Black Excellence to be able to do something there, and she won. We got through.
Amazing.
So on the 25th of September, we're going to be looking at doing some sort of an event for Black Excellence. We're still kind of knocking it up, knocking the details up, but we'll let you know. So it should be good. Yeah, so that would be good. So, there's lots going on. So my plans are kind of scuppered because on the day that we're doing the event, I wanted to take you away. But we might have to go on your actual birthday or whatever. But we'll do something nice. We'll do something nice. And at the end of the year, then I guess we can do what we wanted to do, which is get out of the country. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So Bella, talk to us about your Maroon Festival. How's that going?
Yes. Okay. So you know what? That's really getting heated up because actually I was talking to my uncle in Jamaica who actually has a lot of contacts with the hotels. So he's actually he's working on getting that into the hotels as well as an excursion and building it into something more regular, not just the on the 6th of January once a year, but becoming a regular thing.
That would be good.
Yeah, so just to actually recap on that. So Maroon Celebration, the 6th of January Maroon Celebration. And this is an annual thing. It's been going on since 1739, since we signed a peace treaty with the British. So it's actually going on for centuries. And on the day, it's all about celebrating the ancestors and and what they managed to do at that time. So being able to actually defend themselves against the British to the point where the British had to sign a peace treaty with them and give them, and so it means with us, because I am a Maroon as well, so giving us sovereignty as well. So it's just celebrating that, and it is a great time. If you want to actually experience like a bit of Africa in the Caribbean and in Jamaica, it's the place to be.
It's to do it. Yeah.
Yes, most definitely. It's a fantastic day. So we'll be doing
what will be included and
so what's included? So it's actually picking up from the hotel or wherever our people are staying. I've got a trip on from Montego Bay, and if it expands beyond that, then we go. But I'm starting with Montego Bay. So picking up people up in Montego Bay, taking them up to, and this is in St. Elizabeth, by the way.
Right.
It's in the cockpit country. So I'm taking people up there, and what's included is entrance to Maroon Town. You also have tours. So it will be I've got an assigned tour guide who will take us around and show us everything and actually a whole history of the Maroons and what that entails. And also lunch is included. It's also being part of the festival. Seeing all the rituals and that comes with it as well, and taking part and just to give you an understanding of what happens on the day. So it's going to be a lot of drumming. So we actually, and the drumming is just straight from Africa. It's like part of the Akan people of Ghana, and they continue that tradition. So you have the drumming, you have libation. Includes libation, as well as then there's part of it where it's also going to feed the ancestors as well. So that's a big part of it as well.
That's nice.
Yeah. So so they prepare a meal that is actually every year is the same thing, and it's been done like that for centuries, where there's a particular meal that they prepare, and there's no salt, because as we know, salt runs the spirit. So there's no salt.
Yes.
So it's a fresh.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
So if you ingest salt, that would internally disconnect you from your spirit.
Well, I don't know about that one, because salt is also, like sea salt. Salt is good for the body as well. It's like salt has a lot of nutrients.
True.
But when it comes on to I guess outside, it's like
they say it causes hypertension.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
so you know what? It's not the salt that's it, because guess what? That table salt, where they've removed all the minerals and the
all the
nutrients,
nutrients,
that's the thing that causes hypertension. But if you
the
have really
bleach
good,
and the chemicals.
exactly, those are the
Right.
things that causes
Gotcha.
hypertension. But
Gotcha.
for example, I use Celtic salt, and now that salt is actually,
my mum.
that's really good, because Celtic salt, just like sea moss, has
You
like
use it to
92
cook.
essential nutrients. You know, it's really it's the seawater, and it's actually very it's very nutritious. It's
Very
really
good for you.
And even in your
Do you
water.
use it to cook?
Huh?
Do you use it to cook?
I
food?
do.
Okay.
So I use
Interesting.
and I put it in my water as well when I'm drinking, because a lot of times,
Yeah, because that lowers your blood pressure when you do that.
yeah. So I use it to cook. I use it all the time. It's really healthy.
Okay.
So yeah.
So we use it. Mum puts it in her porridge, and I just can't get my head around putting salt in porridge. But okay,
I do a bit of salt.
I think I just can't get my head around it. But
really,
we do it. We do it
no,
anyway.
man, you need a little bit of salt in your porridge to just bring up the taste. Like, yeah. You have to balance. That's part of balancing flavors. You have to put a little bit of salt to balance the flavor.
Well, all right. Well, we do it, but I still can't get my head around it.
Think about it. You put salt in a cake.
Salt on ready bread. Do you know what I mean?
No, but here's the thing: you put salt in a cake, innit? You put salt in the cake as well.
No, last point you put sugar in the cake. I don't put salt.
No, but you do put a little bit of salt.
Mummy, do you put salt in your cake?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I put a bit of salt in. If I'm making a cake, I put a bit of salt. Not a lot of salt, but a little bit of salt. Salt is balances.
It balances out. Anyway, so I completely threw you off what you were saying.
Yeah. So back to what I was saying.
Lunch, no salt.
Yeah. So basically, it's a part of that. The ceremonies is actually feeding the ancestors, and which, by the way, is not done in front of the crowd. It's actually taken. So we have in Maroontown, our compound town, there's the Peace Cave, and that's not somewhere that the general public can go, actually. But so you have an area that is called Kinda. Now, Kinda is where the peace treaty was signed over 400 years ago.
Mm.
And here's the beauty about Kinda. That same mango tree in Kinda that this peace treaty was signed under is still alive and well. Still bear fruit.
Wow.
Yes, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. This mango tree, the roots in that area, the trees, you need to see the root system in that area. These trees have been there for centuries and centuries. So it's beautiful. It's a sacred ground. So within the town, there are a lot of sacred grounds. And of course, that is the main sacred ground. But there's also a lot of caves as well. That's nothing as well. So one of the caves is called the Peace Cave. And they will then go off to the colonel, which is now Richard Curry, and his elders. They'll go off to the Peace Cave and feed the ancestors and return. And then the ceremony continues, and it's just a beautiful celebration. But it's a big dance as well afterwards. So like all the sound systems across Jamaica will be there. Like you have
Stone Love and everybody.
It's like seriously, love. It's a big party. It's like carnival.
No.
So you have the celebration part, you have the rituals part, but then afterwards,
I can't go to Jamaica again. I can't. But you know that's gonna be a ton up, boy.
Listen, love, it's gonna be so ton up. Trust me, it's the one. It's the one. So I'm so looking forward to it. So yes, let me. Do you have the flyer by any chance? And let me just get I'll send you. Did I send you the flyer before?
I think you did. Let me see if I can
it
find it on my WhatsApp. Yeah, send it to me on my WhatsApp. I should be able to show it.
So yes, so it's about bringing this is something that's been sacred to me my whole life, and as a child, it's like it was our Christmas. Really, we actually enjoy the 6th of January more than we did even Christmas. It's a big thing as a Maroon. Right. So this is just me sharing my culture with just bringing people to show, because it's a beautiful event and what it represents as well. So yeah.
All right. So just need to settle down, and then I've bought this software that's going to help me with posting, because there's just not enough hours in the day to do
Tell me about
social
it.
media, to do this, to do that, to
I
post
know.
my stuff, let alone everybody else's that I keep promising to post. So, you know what I mean?
I know that feeling, love.
Yeah, I can do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it sorted. But yeah,
I know that feeling. Yeah, I've sent it to you anyway.
Okay, anywhere I see it, I'll share it. So if you post it on Facebook, I'll make sure I post it into the group.
Yeah, I will. And I'll
tag us,
make sure
and then
that
we'll just
continue
keep
posting
sharing it
as
as well.
Yeah. It really is going to be a fantastic day. There's just so much to see, and the cockpit and that area as well is just such a beautiful area. You get there and it's almost like it's above the clouds. The air up there is a different level. It's just beautiful. It's just Mother Nature. Love it's actually just a beautiful area. One of the most secure places in Jamaica as well.
Yeah. Okay. No crime up there, you were saying.
There is no crime. There's no crime up there. So yeah. Good. So it's just sharing that with others.
I'm going to share screen. Bear with me. Share window. Where is my WhatsApp? No, Gary's not here today, Mama. So why is it not showing my WhatsApp? But it showed it last week. That don't make no sense. Okay. Why though? All right, keep talking and I'll figure it out.
Shar, thank you again for the women's wellness event as well. That was absolutely that was fantastic. Shar, what did you think of that?
No, it was good. It was very, very interesting. I had a good evening. It really was.
What did you lot do?
Okay, so to start off with this absolutely amazing lady. She's a Tai Chi practitioner. So she took us she had us doing Tai Chi, some breath work, which was absolutely fantastic. And that was just like warming up going into. Did a presentation on, hormone balancing and that goes deep into, it's like different hormone imbalances and, and ways of actually treating. There was also a beautiful young lady that does. She is a personal trainer, but she does hair exercises with using resistant band. How did you find that, Shasha?
Oh yeah, that was wicked. Yeah, it's surprising how a small movement with something so simple could have such a great impact on your body just sitting down as well.
Yes, that was really. One of the things I've taken away as an Trisha who does the Tai Chi, one of the things that I've started practicing and I've noticed a big difference is, before you got there, Shah, what she was saying is how important it is to actually do face exercises and eyes, like to open your eyes. So I don't know about you guys, but I find as I get older, my eyes just seems to getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. And I think, as a child, your eyes are bright and they just. Well, what she's actually said, which just made a lot of sense, is to do exercises. Literally, in the morning, you wake up, stare, like do those push your eyes out kind of thing, to strengthen the muscle behind the eyes.
Right.
And that helps to actually brighten the eyes and give you more pronounced eyes.
Right. Okay.
I was like, whoa. And I've noticed it really started to make a difference. So I was like, okay.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, there was also someone who dealt with plants. So she is, and she's actually she does a lot of ancestral healing and all that, but she's in plant-based plant medicine as well. So she also had her presentation going through different products and how beneficial they are in terms of hormone balancing. But it was a really great evening.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed it. But the next one I will be there.
Yes, I will definitely be doing another one come September, October. I think it'll be more like October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good for Black History as well.
Yeah.
To get something done. Okay, so here's the flyer. It's come through. It's finally let it come through. So back to just explain again and where and how they can get into contact with you for more information?
Okay, so the Maroon Celebration, which is on the, and that's the Accompong Maroon in Jamaica, and that it's an annual celebration on the 6th of January.
Right.
And what this excursion entails is picking up. So we'll have like a coach that will be going out there, picking people up from their hotels. Now, if anyone wants to, because I'm also able to arrange for accommodation for if a few people might want to accommodation or something like that. That's something that I can definitely look into and arrange as well. But at the moment, the main thing I'm doing is to actually offer the excursion on the day. And what it entails is like, it's going to be an early start. So it's actually picking up in Montego Bay at 6 a.m. because we want to have a full day.
Right.
So picking up at 6 a.m. and that's going to take like say a 2 hour, 2 hours to get up there anyway. We want to really get there before the day really gets going because thousands and thousands of people will be in attendance. Sometimes you have like African presidents, Caribbean presidents are there in attendance as well.
Wow.
So yeah, so getting up there early enough so that we can actually do the tour that entails like visiting the museum, have the tour guide go through and explain the history and what's going to be happening, what's going to take place for the remainder of the day as well. Mm-hmm. It also includes lunch. It also includes like there will be like herbal tonics and stuff like that will be included as well as part of the tour.
Right.
So to reach as well, you can actually email. So it's caribellatours@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So caribellatours@gmail.com. Mm-hmm. And the telephone number is 7352071426.
Okay. Cool.
And it's on the flyer, and it's actually on the back of the flyer.
All on the flyer.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Cool. Boy, it sounds amazing.
It is amazing. And it's a great experience. And it's just connecting as well. And it's just that. So, one of the things that they do as well. So growing up as well, one of the reasons that we always excited about going up, they say that you start the year like that as well. And you do the libation. It's also a good luck charm as well. So people actually go like literally try to get themselves all dosed in white rum because, by the way, white rum is a big part of this whole celebration as well, to be honest.
Okay.
But part of that has to
be they like certain clear
spirits.
Clear spirits in it from gin or rum or vodka.
Yes.
Are the ones that they say that if you're going to throw libation, it should be a clear spirit. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting.
Yes.
You got to take
lots of dancing, a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll put the flyer.
Thank you.
Send me a little write up to go with it, and we'll put the flyer in the group.
Okay, love.
And if anybody, if anybody wants to go, then you hit Bella up. But it sounds like it would be, something to see at least once.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think it's something to see at least once. So yeah. Okay. So I still need to be sharing my WhatsApp, I think. Hang on. Go back. First topic. Let's have a look. What have we got? I've stopped putting because I used to set the topics up on tabs. And then when I go live, the tab is gone. So I'm just waiting for it. Do you know what I mean? Just do it this way.
Oh, this light is not the one. Sorry, let me go turn on the main lights. That is not the one. No. Once. Okay, go ahead, love. I'm just turning my lights on.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay,
so. That's better.
All right. So what do you guys think about this?
Oh.
Tammy Roman revealed that she gave her husband permission to have a child with another woman if he truly wants kids. She explained due to her health and personal choices, she wasn't in a position to carry another child, but she wanted to give him the opportunity to experience fatherhood if that was something he desired. What do you guys think about that?
That's such a personal thing. Actually, I just think that if it shows selflessness to me. It also shows that she really does love this man, and she cares about him deeply. And I think it just shows selflessness, to be honest.
I remember when she was going through this, she had her own show. She was on Basketball Wives, and then she had her own show. And I remembered, like, Reggie, her husband, he's younger than her. So at the time that they kind of met, she was like, they tried to give it, but she was over the age, really. Well, I suppose I read somewhere that a 78-year-old gave birth the other day. So who's to say that anyone's over the age? It just depends on what your body's going through and what you eat and how you treat yourself, I guess. But she's older than him. I can't remember much older she is, but she's older than him. And he kept asking, like, I think he really wanted to be with her, and she kept saying, but I'm not going to be able to give you, these things. And he was like, well, if I have to give up kids to be with you, he truly loves her as well. And I remember saying, oh my God, this man, he really loves Tammy. Like, he was like, if we can't have him, we can't have him, but I just need to be with you. So then reading this afterwards, I was like, these two really love each other. It's just so cute because she's like, you really want to be a father. You're willing to give that up for me. And I don't think you should give that up for me. But then I think it takes a different level of maturity to say, I love this man and I want him all of what he desires. To go out and get a kid and then come back to me. But then don't you think that would introduce drama of some sort?
Yeah, it could.
That's exactly what I was thinking as well.
It could.
All right, so tell me what you was thinking, Jaja.
Yes, I agree with the both of you that it's evident they do love each other. I don't know if it's the same woman that's got an eating disorder or some sort of disorder she's got. Had it on Facebook. It might be the two different people.
Might be two different people,
But
we'll say allegedly at this point.
Yeah, allegedly. Sorry, but yeah, it's yes, they both do love each other, and it does seem quite evident of that. But then it's like, okay, you go and have a child with somebody else. Are you going to act like this woman's going to be a surrogate for you to be having a child? Or is it going to be a relationship? Because you're going to be getting involved with this person. Yeah, you're going to have some sort of relationship with this person. How do you stop yourself from getting emotionally connected to the woman that's having your child?
That's had your child.
From not falling for that person. That's the only thing. And that's not something nobody can say, oh, I'm not going to fall for that person, because you don't know. It's a child. It's not a sweetie where, okay, this ain't work out, I could send it back. You are connected to this person for the rest of your life. So you are, for me, you're setting yourself up for situations that you're not going to be able to control. He's going to have to be with this person while this child is around. What if he does get emotionally connected to the woman and they do form something that is inevitable, maybe inevitable? What are you going to do then? Because you've already given him permission to go and have the baby and to experience fatherhood. And fatherhood, for me, I would say, it's not just about, find someone to have a child with. He's going to want to have that kind of connection with the woman. It's not going on a speed date, or you're going to a sperm bank and giving your sperm to people just for them to have a child. It's a one-on-one. So for me, it's very, very tricky. So personally, if that was myself, I would have to say, you know what, I love you enough to let you go, because I'm not put myself in that position emotionally, mentally, to be having to deal with things that I was not expecting to deal with, that comes along with it. So I'm just not gonna do that. I couldn't to myself, because I'd be thinking, okay, you're gonna have to spend time with this woman. It's not just gonna be a one night stand thing. You got to have to connect. I can't deal with that. Emotions are gonna get involved. You're gonna have to be physically attracted to them as well. All of them kind of things that I can't deal with. So I love you. I don't want you to me. I don't want you to end up to me later on thinking, okay, you're trying to kid yourself that you're okay with being with me without a child, because in my mind I can't deal with that, and I won't. So go and find somebody who's able to give you what you want, but because I can't.
He didn't want to. He didn't want to leave Tammy's side. Like, I remembered watching that and thinking, right, Tammy must. Mummy's here in the room, so we behave myself. I just remembered behind the pull-up banners.
You know, interestingly, I'm sure she's old enough and wise enough to actually have gone through that, because here's the thing as well. They could have gone down the surrogate route, but I guess she's also not, you know, maybe she don't want to have that responsibility. And that's the thing. I mean, she don't want to have a child and have the responsibility of a child, because that's a lot of work. Oh, so the thing is as well, but then she's also, I guess she's mature enough to think about that, the fact that, hey, you know what, and maybe she telling him that is actually her saying, hey, you know what, I'm letting you, because I'm letting you go, and if you return, you return. If you go and you and that's where you're meant to be, then that's where you are. But I'm not going to stop you, because the thing is as well, true is myself, knowing me, chances are I could see myself doing something like that. Not because I'm thinking it's not going to upset you that, you know, he's gone off with someone else. because of the fact that I just think I don't want to be that person who blocks you from having that relationship, from having a child. The experience of having a child. I would not want to be that person to stop you from having that. And if you go and, you know what, you find that connection with that person, then, you know what, as much as it might hurt, but then I wish you all the best as well, because at the end of the day, I would not want to block you from that. So I think she's quite selfless to do that. And either way, it's not going to be easy, because if she put her foot down and said, no, you know what, I'm not in for that. I'm not up for that. And it sounds like she suggested it, but then more than likely as well, he'll just, after a while, he get bitter and it fizzled out anyway. So she's actually been proactive in that way.
That would be his business, because it's not as if we didn't watch it on reality TV with her telling him,
right,
I don't think, you know, go on, do your thing. I'm too old to do what you want. So go on, do your thing. So if you then want to get bitter afterwards, that's for your problem. That's
what I'm saying. I wouldn't want anyone to feel, in my head, I'd be like, it'd be my conscience that couldn't live with it. Whether you told me 1,000 times a day, it's fine, I couldn't. So I would be cutting you off. It wouldn't be a case of I don't want to know, because I don't want no one resenting me for nothing. All 10 years later, I don't have no kids. No, I told you to go on about your business. So there's we're not putting that shit on my head.
I guess listen, at the end of the day, I guess to watch the only thing I can say with that, just watch the space and see what happens.
Yeah.
Really is watch the space and see what happens, you know.
I hear you. All right, next topic.
Trish, what would you do?
No.
No.
I tried to skip out of that one, but nah. I love their love. I love that they love each other so much. I love that it doesn't fit in a box and that it's different to what everybody else, you know, like. I love that they do what suits them. But I thought, to get to a point where you can actually say to your guy, well, go out and have a baby with somebody else. You can have a baby mama as your wife. I'm saying go out and have a baby mother. I'm not sure. And not even him.
It's not for everyone. This is the thing. It's like, it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. It's not.
No, I'm
the
just
reality
saying, it's
is
not
that
even him. It's like sometimes you might let these little treacherous holes into your life, and then the next thing you know, you've got a crazy deranged baby mother that's just using it as a weapon and just bringing drama into your life. So I'd rather you go on about your business and have your drama with your baby mother and drop me out. That's just me though. But on the flip side of it, I find myself admiring their love that's just unconventional, selfless for each other. I love that. But so I don't know, maybe my opinion is shifting a bit. But right here and now, I think if I'm 100% honest with you, I think that being born in the West but not feeling connected to the West, and not being connected with a lot of their practices, but being indoctrinated into the practices, some things make sense, but they don't sit well with you because of how we're indoctrinated. So it will be a lot of deprogramming to be like, well, actually, this is not our way. This is our way. And then you become more comfortable with things like that.
Yeah.
At 50, I'm not sure if that will happen now. You know what I'm saying? So things can change, but I love their love. I'm just not sure that I would be able to do it.
I admire that actually, and I do. I think that as I say, watch the space. If he actually goes out there and do that, and they still maintain, then that would just be that.
To them
as well.
Great. Then it would be great. All right, next topic. Let's see what we got. What have we got? Right. Let's do this one. Studio, bear with me, peeps. I'm coming. Screen. I thought this was a really interesting.
So I was thinking, I feel like people in relationships with partners and they don't really like each other, I tell you why I say this, It's not once or two times I've heard this, bro. I've got brethren, a lot of brethren. I'm not going to say no names, and it's not the ones you're thinking about because their girls watch me now, so it's Obo. It's not innocent. But the other brethren that you don't know, the hidden ones, bro, man, them ain't even on rolling out with their girl, bro. And I'm different, bro. You see, if I've got a girlfriend, remember, I'm using the word girlfriend, partner, not girl that I'm dating. Like, because we can date. I don't need to even really like the girl that I'm dating. We're getting to know each other. But if you're going to evolve to the next level where I'm going to claim you as my woman, like, you get me? That means you might get keys to my yard. Do you get what I'm saying? You're going to meet my family. If we're at that level where I'm claiming this is my girlfriend, you got the title, I have to like you, bro. And I don't mean physically like, because a lot of you lot are shallow and basic, And we're not talking about just physically like, because I physically like the girl that works at Starbucks. She can't be my girlfriend. Do you know what I'm saying? Physically like is the first thing. Then you gotta be like, I gotta mentally like you. We gotta share humor. Do you get what I'm saying? We gotta like the same things. Like we gotta share some interests and hobbies. We might both like fine dining. We might both like bowling. Do you get what I'm saying? There's certain things that man has to like with you for you to even be qualified to be my girlfriend. I'll come to realize this ain't the situation for a lot of you lot. For a lot of you lot are cool to have a girlfriend that you lot don't have none of the same interests. This is girls as well. You lot got man. You lot ain't got none of the same interests. You don't like the same TV shows. You don't even like the same fashion. You don't like, you lot just like each other physically. And I'm like, how? How does that work? How does that work, bro? Because here what's going to happen. That man's going to find a gal that's actually on what he's on. And you're gonna maybe at work, husbands, them kind of mind game stuff, gonna go on, and you might find someone that you actually like each other, but you and your partner don't like each other. So I'm like, are you lot together because is it a financial thing or is it just a physical thing? Or I know a lot of girls just don't want to be alone, so you lot will get with a man just because he's gonna accept you and claim you. A lot of girls don't want to not have boyfriends. Do you get what I'm saying? But for the man, them, why are you not making these girls your girls? And you don't have shared interest in them? I've got a theory. I feel like certain men want a girl that is pretty and just ain't outside, so you can just lock her in the house and feel like, I've got a trophy, and then go out and link gal that they actually like. That's so you actually love the side thing, but your girl at home don't embarrass you, and you're not scared that you could lose her. Mind games. That's a kind of manipulation. I don't really rate that, but that could be a situation. I don't know. Tell me what's going on, because I'm not on that. Me and my girl gotta like the same shit. Like, and I'll step out with my girl all day. You'll see us in the dance styling. Yo, so I was thinking, yeah. I feel.
So, what do we think about that?
Yeah.
I get it to some. I get it to a certain extent. I think if I'm understanding him correctly, because I know certain guys who are of the older age, they have got with women that they know they can get away with a lot of shit with.
Right.
They do the whole taking care of the home, good mum, all the rest of it. Don't really like going out. They don't have a lot in common, but they do the whole keep the house together, know how to keep a home. And then they've got girls out there who, they excite them and do everything else that their girlfriend at home don't do, and they know they're gonna get caught.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they can't find everything in the one woman, but they know that the woman that they have got at home, they're not going to give you no aggro. You're not going to see them up in a rave. You can take them out every now and then to family functions and so forth, but you know that you're gonna get no headache from them. So you can be out there with your next girl who's quite happy being with you on the side, and they don't have to do what your woman at home does, and they're happy with that. Whereas the woman at home is quite happy, who mostly does know that you're doing shit outside, but they're getting taken care of. So they're very happy with that. So they're getting the best of both worlds. So that's what
I think it's different as well. He's saying that as well. I think what I found interesting, sorry to cut you, babe. What I found interesting that he's saying that people are just in relationships and they don't even like each other.
Yeah.
But it's just they don't have any common interests. I think it's based on what you're saying as well, Charles. But can we really be in relationships with people that you have no interests or like?
I think a lot of relationships are like that. The reality is, I think majority of the relationships are like that, where people where don't like each other. They don't really have no shared interests. They just, for whatever, as you would say, there's certain things like they're safe. They might just be safe. You just feel safe in that relationship.
They're not going nowhere
or whatever it is, but you're not really feeling. Let's face it. I think majority of relationship people are actually in it for not for the reason that you think they should be in a relationship for. So that's for me. That's an old thing. That's always been I think that's really always kind of been the case. To be fair. I think it's the minority to find people who are actually like-minded or like the same thing, or really actually like each other. Have you spent time around like couples who've been together for a long time? Holy cow.
Do you know what God like? It's from the COVID. From the COVID,
exactly.
That's what brought out enough for that.
There you go. Why do you think the divorce rate was so high?
In the house together.
Right. They don't have nothing in common. Yeah, don't have to clean house. They did. As far as concerned, they spent less time together because he would come in. You finish from work. You might go do something out of road. You come in. By the time you come in, your missus is in bed. You're up to whatever time. By the time you get up, you're both going back to work again. So COVID did broke up enough pretty darn house.
Highlights everything.
Everything.
Some people can't even. There's a lot of people who could not spend 24 hours in the same. Finding hard to. You're married and you're finding hard to spend 24 hours solid with your partner. That's crazy. But there's a lot of that.
Crazy.
That is crazy. But there's a lot of that. There is a lot of that. So it's not surprising. But I think that, like, for me, my thing is I'm really, especially these days, I'm really about frequency and being being able to be on the same kind of frequency is really important to me as well. So like-mindedness is very important to me. But there's a lot of people who that doesn't. It's either material things, or as you say, it's like a woman who, from a man's point of view, who's gonna, she's not gonna argue back. She's just gonna be a trophy, and she'll just stay at home and she'll do whatever. But there's no interest. It's just like physical attraction, but there's nothing else. There's a lot of those things. So.
Yeah. And you think these women are in these relationships for security? There's trade-off of some sort.
Of course,
that's it. Yeah, I know 2 people who are in relationship right now, and they're only there because the man can provide for them, and they can't afford to get them themselves.
Of course,
and they know that their man's out there doing stuff, but they've got a lifestyle that they're accustomed to, and trust me, they're not giving it up.
No, definitely not giving it. I know a lot of women like that. Giving it up. No, they're like, no, they let it work. But the thing is actually that's as old as time as well, in the sense where that's nothing new. That's always been the case. You would just think that it would be less now, but no, that's always been the case. And the funny thing is, one of the things that I realized is that women do love security. Security's at the top for women anyway.
Right.
So a lot of women will actually know that the man's doing whatever he's doing out there, but she'll turn a blind eye because she has a security.
So I guess the reason I found this interesting, because you hit 50, and when you hit milestone birthdays, I don't know how it was for you, but for me, when you hit milestone birthdays, especially being single, it does put you to think. So you think, well, am I being unrealistic about what it is that I want? Because you might not get it by the sounds of it. Or is it that, are we being fed a Cinderella story and we're holding certain expectations of a relationship in our heads because we think that, you all right, Shah?
Yeah.
You're right?
Good.
Yeah. We think that it should be this way. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that if you're in a relationship and you're going to have ups and downs, there's going to be times where you don't like each other. But fundamentally, to be in a relationship with somebody like just for the fuck of it, or is that what it is then at our age?
Yeah.
But interestingly, because honestly, I personally, I think the West has just F up our minds so much, and Disney and all of that has just really screwed us over, because we do live in a fairy tale world, and our expectations are just unrealistic, and that's the honest truth. That's my take on things, because if you think about it, it's like relationship. Our idea of relationship is actually infantile, like it's very childish in a lot of ways, because the truth is, if you think about arranged marriages, they care about liking each other. They like each other. They don't even know each other. Like,
they got a choice.
They have no choice. You get together, you get to know each other, and you're supposed to grow together. So it's not even a matter of thing. So the disconnect is actually the things that we look at and put a lot of value on. Is there real value in that? Because the truth is well, like, I know I am actually surrounded by it, and that's the thing as well. And I am from a family. Well, it's like maybe not here, but back in Jamaica, in the States, whatever, where most of my family, they're all married. Most people are married, and it's not. It doesn't mean that but I can look at a lot of them, and some of them I'm just thinking you should not even be together, but they together, and they stay together for 40 or 50 years, whatever, and they're together. They just bicker about crap that I'm rolling my eyes like, seriously. But you know what? They're devoted to each other. And I think as well, they make it work, because that's something that's more important. Making it work is more important to them than their own individual personal feelings.
You're gone, Mum. Good night. Say good night, Mommy.
Good night, Mom. Good night. See you on Sunday.
She said, "See you on Sunday, Mum."
Okay.
Okay. She's looking forward. Yeah, go on, babes. You were saying?
Yeah, so I do think that sometimes we're focusing, we're putting too much emphasis on things, because if you check out like the like say the Indians, or even in the traditions that actually have arranged marriage, they didn't know each other. They've had to and those are not perfect, but not so is the ones in the West that are actually that you're meant to be, that you fall in love and you do the same things, or whatever, because people grow apart as well. So you might have started out liking the same things, but after a while you don't, because
your interests change and you
might
change as a person.
Yes.
Yeah.
The person I am now, I was not that person 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So
Absolutely.
I also see that, there's a lot that changes. So personally, I think it's such it's in a way it's an individual thing. What's important to you? And so he might should be looking at his friends and thinking, oh, but they don't even like each other. They don't have the same interests. But that's not what's important to them. For them, for those couple, the two people who are together, maybe the thing that's most important is actually having that, the security of having each other, building a family together, building a business, building whatever it is to build together. That might be more important to them than socializing. The social aspect might just not be something that they find important. So I do think it's what you emphasize on.
All right, let's see what I know. Did you give your opinion on it, Shah? You what do you think again? Remind me.
No, I was saying like I was saying before, most people are in relationships for their own.
Yeah, you did say. I just needed to remind that foggy brain is real today. When people just piss you off, it's just been a bad day.
even as you said, Tish, when you get to a certain age, it's like, are we being unrealistic about what we want? Because where I see most people in relationships that are with somebody because they're needed, that's not me and you. So it's like, okay, are we going to be do that because we not going to want to be with a man because for financial reasons or whatever? Yes, everyone wants to feel secure in a relationship, but first and foremost, I want to make sure that I can look after myself. So if you decide to bounce, it don't matter, because I can still do myself.
Yeah, exactly. So you're not stuck in some situation that you don't want to be in because but I mean, a lot of the times when I listen to guys or when I read comments or when I get inboxes, a lot of the things that they say is that we don't know what we want. So can everybody on this screen categorically state what they want from a relationship?
Yeah.
Which is what?
I want someone that I can grow with, somebody who can mentally stimulate me, somebody who wants to be with me, not just needs me, and I can enjoy life with.
Hello. I'm gonna have to take a call. Assistant, 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, someone that I can feel that he does want to be with me, not because we, not for any financial gain or any kind of stability, because I want to know that they need to know at the end of the day, I can do just fine by myself, but I choose to be with you. I want you to choose me just as much as I choose you. So yeah, I don't want no headache. Life is too short, so let's just enjoy life and get on with things. And yes, life will throw things at us all the time, but it's how we know how to communicate and just know that we've got each other. I'm not asking for nothing more, nothing less.
I think for me, I want to be able to laugh with my guy. I like to laugh.
Yes.
I like to have fun. I like to be a big kid. I want to go and do Orbin where we roll down the hills together. And I can hear something. Oh, hang on. Let me mute. There you go. Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've just muted. Yeah. I want to be able to be my authentic self. I want to be able to be vulnerable. I want to be able to feel safe. I want to be able to support. I can hear feedback. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Is it me? What is it? Oh, hello. That's better. Oh, she's
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry, love.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to be able to mentally stimulate. Mental stimulation is important. Oh no, it's me. What is happening? Why am I echoing today? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really echoing today. It's me. But yeah, I want to be mentally stimulated. I want to feel safe. I want to be supported. But I think all of the things that I want, I need to know categorically that I can do it for him too. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, but it blew my mind that to be in a relationship with someone that you actually don't like, or you're like, I could take him or leave him. I'd just rather not be in a relationship.
I hear that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do feel the same as well. I can't be in a relationship with someone that I don't like because I'd rather be alone. I would just rather, I love my own company. I'd rather be alone than actually be with someone that I don't. Yeah, if you're going to be
I don't like it, ain't gonna work.
No, the truth is like, I was to say, I've been married and I know what that's like. I just can't do that again. I can't, every time I think about like, no, anyone that's gonna, I would like, yeah, if I don't like you, if I find that you have my stress levels up, I'm not in a relationship. I can't deal with that.
Absolutely. But what struck me is that I think this guy's younger than, I don't think he's in my cohort. I think he's in Natalie, them's like
Yeah.
40s, late 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
This is what they're experiencing at that age and younger.
You ain't got much on it?
What's up, God?
Well, you know what? The truth is, love. I think that relationships are just gonna get more, and I'm not even trying to. Let me not try to put things out there. Well, the reality is that I think it's just gonna get tougher and tougher anyway. It's not getting easier, and it's not. It's just a reality. We're just gonna see more. It's more division than it's a coming together. So it's an interesting time we're in anyway. But I think the fact that because so much has changed as well, and our expectations have changed so much that it makes it very difficult. Like I was listening to someone, actually it was a guy who sent me this gentleman that I met at some event or whatever, and he sent me this thing where there is actually, because Black American women, they tend to, there's a real issue with finding suitable relationships. So that's what they say. Well, a lot of it has to do with the fact that, Black American women are highly educated, they've got good jobs, they've got more money, and they just, find that they don't want to settle for less.
Right.
But it's so interesting because the conversation, what it was around, okay, it's basketball season, and it's actually when the new blood's coming in, and what they're saying, essentially what this woman, and she's a beautiful Black American woman, and she was actually saying how it's so sad because you see these young players coming in, and they're already coming in with like the white wife or partner, and already Black American women already having issues. There's not enough Black men to go are potential mates for them as it is already. So it's just disappointing when you see it like that. But then when you start to break it down, you start to realize the difference with the mindset of Black women compared to others, because we do have, because we're very strong-willed anyway. So we will we tend to have these very clear points, like she was saying, it's like go to college, like if you check out like any college, and it's like these student going college, like the Black American woman, she's going to be more focused on getting the best grades, doing things a certain way. But then while he's on a scholarship and his priorities are different. But the way she put it, it was always like, okay, but she's not looking far ahead to see that, hey, you know what, he's he's going to mature into something that is worthwhile. She wants a complete package
now.
Like, don't understand that you have to put in the work to get that package. And the issue as well, a lot of time as well with us, we have work to do on ourselves, but we're also expecting like a complete perfect package, and it just doesn't exist
when you're not that yourself.
We're not that ourselves, but we're expecting that package, and that's also causing such an issue for us. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I when it comes on to actually really being with someone that you don't like, yeah, that's another issue. That's another matter.
Do it.
Yeah, I can't.
I think the reason I chose this topic is because I was surprised that age group, that they started there with that age group already, like just being with people because they just don't want to be alone, or they want to have like a trophy at home. And it's like, all right, if they're starting so young.
Yeah, but that's of course. Come on, if I think back to being in my 20s and all of that, of course you do. You can. I think, to be fair, I think that when you're younger, you tend to do that more because you're a little bit, you're not too sure of. So you might start it out. You might actually choose someone because of that physical attraction more than anything else, and then it starts to dwindle.
And then once the physical attraction's dwindled, then you've got
nothing left. There you go.
Right.
So I think that is more likely to happen when you're younger, because you then go for, younger men, they're definitely going with the less mature. They're definitely going for the trophy. They want that trophy. And it's actually realizing that, okay, that, that body that is just slamming, but then after a while, you're not able to communicate in a way. So after a while, it's like you get bored. You start looking outside because you realize that you need more than just a trophy wife.
Right. Okay, now I got it. Charlene's back. Actually, the echoing wasn't me, it was Charlene.
Can you hear me?
Can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know what the echoing was, but I was like, no, because when I was seeing the lights, when someone's talking, the lights flash up near the mics. Right. I was like, oh, actually, it's Charlene, it's not me. So that was throwing me off. But anyway, let's see what our No Bravado Massive said on the topic. It's gone quick today, boy. Time always flies. We've only got 5 minutes left, not long left.
It's 21:21.
Yeah. All right. Donna said his perspective is valid. Donna Murray Turner said, yeah, his perspective is valid. Connection is not always. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Connection is not always the binding agent in relationships. External circumstances can also affect how you see your partner or what the premise is for seeking a relationship. I know a young man, he has an irregular immigration status. That's a good way of putting it. He wasn't born in the UK, so his immigration status means that he has no recourse to public funds. Before Brexit, he enjoyed EU status, but that got taken away. Anyhow, plus employment isn't easy for him to get or keep, as he has no paperwork, etc. His girlfriend of 3 years, who he lives with and has a child with, doesn't know anything about his situation. Wow. He explained that he chose her because she's overweight, older, and has a well-paid job, and before him, no children, owns her own property, has a nice car, and doesn't have high levels of self-esteem. Oh, and she has PCOS, which means she grows facial hair like a man. Okay. When I challenged him, he said, what was he supposed to do? All of her insecurities make her the perfect target for him to live whilst he works on his next move, plan, exit. He doesn't love or find her attractive in any way. She just is convenient for him at this point in his life and has the resources that supports his lifestyle. What's the thoughts on that?
Oh, which is what I said before. Yeah, they
wow. Yeah. Wow. That's so sad.
Dion said, Donna, so he's just gonna cut when he sorts what he has to sort, assuming he can. That poor child. I trust that he at least loves his offspring. His landlord will be devastated by this. He plays the game well. I don't think he's the only one. Dion, Donna says, Dion, he had the belief that the child was his way to success with the Home Office. Given my previous career, I had great pleasure in disabusing him of this notion. UK-born children are no longer the passport to regularized immigration status as they once were. So now I'm not entirely convinced that the child's presence is key to a better life he first thought it might be. 2 lives ruined because of a whole relationship built on survivalist manipulation of the highest order.
Wow.
Yeah, that's worrying. And it's happening. Do you know what I mean? It's happening. Donna, this is very strategic, but I'm telling you, this woman knows it and is probably just so in love with the guy. She feels this is the best it gets for her.
It's true.
And that's the levels of, that's why self-esteem and understanding who you are as a person, irregardless of what you look like. Because both of us, me and Char, losing our hair, really, really tough experience because of a lot of attachment and value is placed on external things and looks as opposed to what is the person actually carrying inside of them. So yeah,
it's true.
Understanding who you are as a person, regardless of what the beauty standards are, is paramount to survival in this treacherous, these treacherous times.
You can meet pretty girls who have everything, but then they've got a nasty soul and they're not nice people. And how you look at them then? So it is about skin. It's about knowing yourself and loving yourself. And when you can love yourself for who you are, then no one can mess with you.
Yeah. Little Miss Simpson said, this is definitely a thing because I know a few whose relationships seemingly fit this description to a T. They're at every other event known to man, but barely ever with their significant other. Whilst a relationship rule requires you be a joint at the hip, you'd like to think that a couple's common interests would naturally prompt shared activities. If those are seldom, there's every chance that extracurricular situations could and would occur. What's sad is that some relationships are governed only by finances and habitual circumstances, and everything else about their togetherness is just a facade.
Yeah.
And I categorically do not want that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
listen, it's better to be alone than to have that, like, seriously. But I do know, I was just thinking about it as well. I know of someone, it's not a friend of mine, but she's a friend of a friend. And it's a situation where she's been with this man for about 29, 30 years, and they're not married. They have a child together. He treats her like she is just like dirt on the bottom of his shoe. He's just so disrespectful. And again, it's low self-esteem. And the joke is, you look at her as well, she's a lovely woman. You wonder why you put up with this rubbish for so long. He's gone out the amount of time he's brought in all sorts of sexually transmitted things to her. It's crazy. He's done so many things to her, and she's still there. She's not like, I remember my friend was saying that they were, she was embarrassed for her because they were all like together, and someone had said to him about when it was like an engagement or something like that, and someone said, so when are you two? And he was like, never. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but she stayed with him for almost 30 years. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy. He's just so disrespectful. He's just it's
manipulation. They will find your self-esteem is low, and they will play on it, and they will make you feel like no one else is going to want you out there. I'm the only one who wants you. And and it's nasty.
It is very nasty
because they know that you don't have anyone there to pick you up or to say, look, you are a pretty lady, you know what I mean, pick yourself up and, you know what I mean, give you some sort of help with your confidence. And there's men out there who love women like that because they feel, oh yes, this man's got me and everyone wants this man. but yet still, you know, they know deep down that their man's out there being the community dick. Do you know what I mean? And they can't do nothing about it because, you know, you should be proud or glad that I'm with you.
Yeah,
and
you're
all
lucky.
that, and all that nonsense. So yeah, when you just, it's not good. And there are men out there who do that, but then I will say, calm as a bitch. It will come back and bite you.
It's true.
You know what I mean? It will come back and bite you. But you know, it's
sad.
It is sad. It very much is sad. That's why, you know, when you see women like, you think, okay, there's nothing much you can do about it. But then only to hope that they will come to their senses, or at least have friends who will try and help them with their confidence. Because some of these women as well may have issues from their dad. They're having a disconnect from their you know, their dad as well. That could be that thing. I mean, I went through that. Always being judged and compared to my sister or my cousins or other people, and not actually just looking deep within myself. And it took for me to lose my bloody hair to think, wow, I actually don't love myself. And not realizing that I had been in past relationships where I didn't love myself because I loved somebody else more than I love myself. And that shit stopped. That was a real deal breaker. To admit it to myself, that was a real deal breaker. To actually have to go through something so drastic, to realize actually you are a pretty lady. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and that's fine. But I'm going to be somebody's cup of tea, and that's still great. You know. So
it has to be your own cup of tea first, and I don't think that's something that we're taught how to do. I've said it many times on this show that if you do show your self appreciation, you're accused of being vain and arrogant and all of the rest of it. Understanding yourself as a person and loving yourself and appreciating your quality and who you are. I think the moment, because I've done a lot of work about it, and the moment I realized that I actually have accepted myself for myself was when this tooth here, I carried a baby tooth until I was about 45, something like that. And then being craving and I ate a kebab, I cracked it. So it had a tiny little root, but it was like, 45, 46, I carried that baby tooth all that way, it just didn't drop out. So when I cracked it, in this kebab, the doctor said to me, you know, there's nothing we can do about it, you're going to have to get it out. So I've got this gap, and then I thought with this gap, that's going to be a bit much. Like, come on now, right? So that's when they sent me to get the implant. But before getting the implant, they said to me, do you want to get braces to straighten your teeth and then we can put the implant in? And I was like, no, we can straighten it and we can close the gap. No, the gap is me.
I hear that.
You know, people have always said, like what? Who? Trisha Blake, gap teeth, Trisha. Yeah, that's. And at first, it used to be like you know, like, I can't stand that. Gap teeth, Trisha. This is me. I remembered when I was 11, I think, or younger, we put braces on, closed the gap. As soon as we took the braces off, the gap come back. That is me. Suffered a lot of ridicule because of my teeth. Bugs Bunny, this, that. You sound like you got balls in your mouth. You sound like you're talking underwater. All sorts of shit. When you grow up in Tottenham, it's tough. And then when you grow up with people like Dizzle the comedian, he was that's who I grew up with. You had to learn to swim where they would listen. Roasting was just a pastime. Part of it, So, you know, so at one point, I guess, if they had asked me, do you want to straighten your teeth before putting the implant in, I would have said yes. But at that point is when I was like, no, you've really accepted yourself for you. My teeth are buck. It is what it is. Sometimes when you watch American podcasts and they always make joke about English people's teeth, and I'm like, bloody hell, I fit into that character.
I don't think that's what they had in mind though. It's like when they talk about English people, it's all the yellow, moldy, bad teeth. What they're talking about. Did you see this video? This Jamaican woman and a boss cussing, and then she said, Look on your teeth, you could do it. Maybe she gone bad. And she was like, but England and the dentist free, and look on your teeth.
The dentist, you know, for a reasonable price, you won't go and do it, boy. Like, you know, but No, it is. It's because my teeth were definitely a source of my ridicule growing up from everywhere. That was the first thing people would come for is, look at your teeth, your buck teeth, your gap teeth, your this. And then I got to a certain age, and then men would be like, so you know that gap in the teeth, you know that
There you go. Exactly.
You know that gap mean that you're sweet
Exactly.
underneath. Why?
Exactly.
What do you like to know?
Not right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. I'm
you
actually
definitely-
offended if I remember going to a dentist over here once who said, "Oh, would you like to have you considered?" Someone who said, "Have you considered closing a gap?" I was so offended. Like, how dare you? Like, no, because growing up in Jamaica, my gap is not a problem. It's never an issue. As a matter of fact, growing up in Jamaica, your gap is appreciated. It's opposite. It's a cultural thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a totally different thing.
Definitely. But I definitely realized at that point, no, you've accepted yourself for yourself. You know what I mean? No one can't tell me not middle business. What anyone's got to say now. But when you do constantly hear, oh, you're ugly growing up, or you know, that label, you do believe that, and it takes a lot of work to take that out. Now, no one can't tell me that I'm in the business. If you think I'm ugly, didn't look away. It is what it is. Don't look in my boat, then, innit? It's not true. Can't help you. Can't, you know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, self-esteem is a crucial thing.
And if you don't have it, people will rip the arse out of you. You know, that was really sad to read that he thinks that it's okay. He doesn't love the child and he doesn't love her. He's just trying to sort out himself. And once he's done that, he's going to bounce.
Wow.
He's going to bounce. You know? So, because he's picked someone that he knows is going to feel lucky to have him.
Yeah, I mean, and it's true, because back
meanwhile, you're
not right.
And you
don't even have a passport. Get out! It's crazy.
That's the reality. That's the reality. Is that's that's the time we're in as well, and that's the reality for a lot of people. Yeah. Unfortunately, but at the same time, it's the same thing as well. Women as well. You see some really beautiful young girl with some old jagged old man. What do you think they're in there for? It's money. It's nothing else.
Yeah. When you put it like that, I'd assume too.
Yeah.
But I suppose it's the child in it that you just made sure that
I know
this person had a child when you have no real intent. And if I'm honest, because like I'm going to show you something quickly. I'll show you that afterwards. Actually, if I'm honest, I don't. What's the word? How can I put it? Like. I don't suffer people. I don't know how to explain it. Like, because I am not of that character, I don't have those characteristics. I always find it difficult to digest.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like,
I hear that.
I find it. So, but I don't want to be the person that is always a victim that doesn't see it coming. You've got to wake up and grow up and see things for what they are. And do you know what I mean? Like, because you're not like that, it doesn't mean that people are not like that. It just is what it is. And I think the quicker that you accept that, is the more peace you will find. They're not like us, basically, and that's okay. They don't have to be like us. They just have to stay far and wide because without people with fucked up spirits, let's be frank, then without them there's no good spirits. Here there's planet Earth,
you need the balance, negative, positive.
Just so without bad, good can't exist.
No.
So I think it's just kind of accepting that, but I just don't like that bad would pick good and manipulate the hell out of it just to get what it wants. I don't like. You know what I mean? But
do you know? It sounds. It might be thin as well. But here's the thing. And he's a real asshole. Well, at the same time as well, interestingly, it'd be interesting to find out from her whether or not, because maybe in the long run, he's just a sperm donor, and she's just, because the truth is her child is her child. And even though, and if he F off, she still have her child.
Yeah.
And her child is her child for life, like it doesn't think as well. And he'd just be a sperm donor. And maybe that's something that was really important to her as well, to be a mother is just really crucial for her. So not having, because is, it's like my son, it's like we're together, but it makes no difference to me. However, having my son was like, it has been the most important thing to me anyway. So the truth is, he can F off. Like, she's got her child. And obviously she's got a home for a child. She's got her career. She's got everything. When he pissed off, and what's going to happen as well, sooner or later, what goes around comes around. So he's going to then he's going to find some girl that's going to use him, because that's really what's just going to happen. But you know what? She's got her kid.
Yeah, and that's her blessing. True.
Yeah.
All right, next topic. Let's see what I've got to say about this one. So this is posted by our very own Natalie, and it basically says, if sex doesn't happen in 3 dates or less, there's no chemistry. Any woman who says I don't put out that fast has done it for somebody else, just not you. I don't make the rules. Do you think that's true?
No,
I
don't. I definitely don't.
Why don't you?
No, because I don't think that I think 3 dates is really too early to then, to say, okay, I have to have sex before. No, man, that's too early. No, not for me. Like, that for me doesn't. I don't think that you have to have sex after 3 dates to know, to fancy someone. I don't think so at all.
Okay.
That's me.
I'm the same. But then it will depend on the individual. But I don't think because you, after 3 dates, then you should feel pressurized to be sleeping with the person.
Yeah.
Like, why? Are we exclusive? Are we in a relationship? Or are we just out here just sleeping with people that you go on random dates with? Like, no, if you're expecting that from me after 3 dates, then you just don't bother at all.
Definitely.
It's not gonna happen unless we're saying, like, because after 3 dates, that's nothing. You had a couple of laughs.
No bravado. I've told you this already. I remembered I dated this guy. I'm not going to call his name, but he could all be watching because we're still in touch. But he'll know who he is if he's watching. And I think we slept with each other on the first date. The sparks was mad. And then I wanted to hang myself the day afterwards because I was like...
But there's nothing wrong with that. If the connection is there,
he's not going to call you again. Do you know what? Does that? But we ended up being in a relationship for 3-4 years. So
there you go. I don't think there's no set time on it. So it doesn't have to. Yeah, I don't think there's a set time on it. She's right about the fact that you could, as you just said, Trisha, it could be somebody that is the first day, but there's no set time that, it has to be, 3 days, something. No, I don't think so, because the truth is like there's time. It depends, because like for me, I've got my phase where I've got times where I'm just not in that. I might meet someone and I'm going through a period where sex is just not on the agenda right now, but I'm just getting to know you. Yeah. So I don't see it like that. And I could fancy the pants off for you, but I don't want to. I just don't want to actually get entangled in that way.
And you're talking to somebody who's got real strong beliefs about sexual ties. I'm very particular on who I sleep with. I'll spend long amounts of time single and celibate, and breathe through it as well. It's not even like I don't pull my hair out. Yeah. If I am having sex, then, and it's good sex, I've got to have it. Enjoy myself. But if I'm not, I don't pull my hair out either. I just go cut and go true. But the sparks between, like, there was definitely the chemistry from we met each other. It was just like that. But because I had slept with him quickly, Mum's gone now, so we can't talk. But because I had slept with him quickly, I put it in my head that ain't going nowhere. So it's not going to go nowhere. You fucked it. Forget it. Just forget it. Like, you might just have to just have a little fun with him, but it's never going to go anywhere because, you flopped. You know what I mean? Like, I was you flopped. You know when you do the walk of shame the following day, and
what the hell happened?
You're not going to hear from this guy again. And then he called me, and I was like, "Oh, hi," and he was like, "Hi, do you want to go grab a drink?" And I was like, "Should we actually do the date?" Because I don't even think we got to do the date. And I was surprised at that. So then it went on for about, like, I think we've seen each other for about 5 months. And he was like, "So what is this? Where are we going? What are we doing?" And I was like, "I thought we were just kicking it." And he was like, "Well, anything over 3 months is no longer a fling, I don't think." Do you know what I mean? Right. And that's when we sat down and then we had the conversation. But he initiated it. In my mind, I was always going to just be the fling because you flopped with your fast self. Do you know what I mean? So, but it depends on the guy as well.
It does. I tell you, I remember I heard this story. I saw this couple. It was Black American couples. They were talking about relation, and they've been together for like 20 years or something like that. And then, how they met, and then she's just sassy, and she was like, and she was they're talking the story, and she said, so she just came out of a marriage, so she just got a divorce recently, and so was he as well. She went out to a club, and she saw this guy. She was with her friends, and she saw this guy. She saw him, and she said, "He's gonna be my man." And she said she literally just went over there, and she chatted him up. She went over there and she was like, "Hey, I like you," kind of thing. "I'll buy you a drink," or something like that.
Right?
And she said that night she went back with him and she had sex with him. And she said she didn't even think. She said the funny thing is, within her inside, she kind of just knew. She just think, this is my husband. Like I just. And she said it's not her sleeping with someone was never something that she do, but somehow she just saw this guy. She just knew, and that's it. And listen, literally, I think within 6 months they were married, and they've been married for like 20 odd years. Yes.
Oh, I love that. Yes. Mine never turned out like
and
that, but it was
sassy. And this is the thing, because she was saying that sex is never boring. She said from the first night they met, they've been having amazing. They have sex almost every day.
Wow.
Seriously,
yeah, I love it.
Their sparks is just like, it's crazy with the dynamics is just crazy. But yeah, that's the story. That was just like, well, yeah, she said that from day one, and there's no looking back. There was no, that was it.
And I don't see nothing wrong with that. You're two grown people. If you're both feeling the same thing, you're both feeling the same thing. I don't think anyone should be make themselves feel like, oh God, or should be shamed for doing it. You're grown.
I wanted to hang myself. I did.
But you got a good, good couple of years out of it. So, but yeah, I wouldn't say I would never, because I never say I never, but I haven't done it yet. Don't know if I would do, but it's just yeah.
So what do you think is an appropriate time to get to know somebody before you have a sexual encounter?
I wouldn't say any specific time, to be perfectly honest with you.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't.
Just when you feel like it. But you both categorically said 3 dates is not enough.
You see, the reason I say that is because here's the thing. Understand this though. 3 dates could be, you could meet someone and you literally meet them every day. Because I've had that as well, where you meet someone and you can't get enough of each other, like you've seen each other like every day. So 3 dates could be 3 days that you know that person. And I was saying that. So it really depends. I wouldn't put a time on it, but I just think it's more about just spending time to get to know each other first, really. And that's just how I see it. That's me anyway. But it's not like there's no set time on. Okay, yeah. But I think because of how that comment came in, as in, okay, after 3 days, if you don't sleep with the person, I think that was what I actually disagreed.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, please, yeah. It's how someone says it. Like, if you're looking to have sex with me after 3 days, and boy, bye.
Yeah, like go keep on moving.
Yeah,
When you know that's what it's about, technically.
Yeah, you're just out here just wanting to sleep with people after feeling. But if you're just going with the flow, then that's a whole different kind of thing. If I'm vibing, for me, it's very hard to just connect with someone just like that. I ain't gonna lie, it takes a lot, and it's happened twice in my to date. So for me to really feel your vibe and just enjoy being in your space and so forth, and even to think to go there with you, that's a lot. That is a lot. Because I'm not easily to soften up sometimes. So it depends on your personality and how we click, you know. But if you're, like I said, you're both grown adults. So if you fancy each other and you feel like it, then do what you're doing. But all this having rules and regulations. Rules and regulations. I don't like rules and regulations, but with how that guy come with his face and rank self after 3 dates, you need to be, I'm going to date myself. Then go and date yourself. Then go give me the community dick. Go bye.
No, Bravado, massive. So let's have a quick look before we wrap up. We've got 10 minutes. It went quick today.
That's true.
I'm glad I did it because I had such a bad day. Like, this was literally me on the phone. Let me show you this. Hang on. Can you see it?
I know you're gonna say it.
Can you see my screen? What's it saying? What's on my screen? Oh, it's showing something else. Hang on. Let me show you this. This was my day today.
I know exactly what you're gonna show.
But I don't know.
Not a clue. Let's see what you're gonna show.
This was what was going. This is why it's so funny because this is literally me. Hang on. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
No. Why is it not doing it? It doesn't want me to be profound. It's terrible. Hang on. But
there you go.
This was my day today.
Okay, here we go.
Right.
Fucking stupid mouth. Chatting bare fucking shit. Shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth. Hey, Rubai, shut up. Yeah? So shut your fucking stupid mouths. Chatting bare fucking shit. Shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth. Hey, Rubai, shut up. Yeah?
That is funny as hell.
That was literally me today when he was just chatting shit and then becoming irritated with me because you can't fuck me off. And then they say, well, you're very intelligent, as if you're not supposed to be. And in my head, I want to give them the stereotype because that was what was running through my head. Shut your fucking stupid mouth, you fucking idiot. Don't tell me she's not allergic to magnesium steroid when we've already done eliminated it and we've seen improvements. Don't tell me that. So it was good to catch up. Listen, I was literally sipping my water and this video came into my head. It made me fucking stupid mouth. Like, what is going on? Like, do you know what I mean? But but with that said, coming on here, it's lifted my mood. So thank you, girls.
It's
been amazing.
Oh, I do want to point. I want to actually make sure I'm going to put it out tomorrow anyway. But for my birthday, I always do a birthday sale. So I'm having 25% off online, and I will be putting that out tomorrow.
Okay. So also share it to Black Excellence. Okay. So we've got No Bravado, we've got Black Excellence. Okay. So just tag us in them, and then we'll share it to the page. Okay. Yeah. Going back to the sexual topic, let's see what our crew said before we sign off. But yeah, if you're having a 25% off sale, definitely just put that in Black Excellence, and we'll just share that about as well.
Fantastic.
All right, you can see my screen, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So Natty said, enough women talk for men to know the above is true. What did I say? Oh, just covered my face. That okay. You know what I'm saying is right. You know what I'm saying. No, I don't. Malika Brianna Elizabeth Good, one of my favorite members. I haven't seen her for a little while, so it was nice to see her pop up again. She said, I don't agree. I've only dated 5 men, and one ended up being my husband. 3 I had sexual relations with, but that was months into us dating and becoming exclusive, like 6 to 8 months. Not intentional the length of time, but I only dated with intentions of getting married because otherwise I personally never saw the point. Everyone I saw sleeping around sooner or dating often, men and women, are miserable and hate each other. Me, on the other hand, never let us lust and our bodily attachments formed during sex dictate tolerating bad characteristics because I weeded out a lot of bad options early on. Plus, I'm reclusive, so I tend to be very selective of people in areas of my life because I genuinely do not care for most people.
My girl. My girl.
Well, boy. Excuse my language, Spotlight. I know you don't like it. I'm sorry. We're trying. 3 dates in is why everyone has high body counts. Can't tell people to have low body counts and expect them to make exceptions for everyone. I get why some women are confused on that. Absolutely. Round of applause.
Yep.
Definitely. Round of applause for that response. And then Davina said, I hope if and when he has daughters, he keeps that same energy because you're not going to say the same thing to your daughters.
Right.
I said, absolutely, Davina. Charlene said facts. And he said Anderson Dassey said it's really real. So I said, what do you mean? You've never had to wait more than 3 dates? And he said, I haven't lately.
Wow.
And I guess this is why men don't have to behave. So we've got to take some accountability as women because same sort of things that we're saying we dislike about their behaviors, there's someone out there with a vagina encouraging this. So I haven't lately. What usually happens with me is if we are speaking every day and I'm stimulating your brain, then your body will be stimulated too. Therefore, sex is part of our connection.
All right.
Okay.
If we are stimulate your brain, we are going to stimulate your body. Okay.
Okay.
Nigel Paul said, I agree. Like, I'm not going to date you for 2-3 months and not get some. You're going to have to date yourself. I was buckled up. I was like, nah, not date yourself. I love that. They're so freaking real. It's unbelievable. So Charlene said, so you'd only be seeing her or other women to be wanting her to sleep with you. I'm not sleeping with no man after 3 dates. If we ain't exclusive or in a relationship, then it's a no. I'm not unless I want to. I don't feel pressured to either. It's too easy to get into situationships that can actually figure out where you both stand before sleeping with each other. I'm too old for that nonsense now. Come on. So Nigel Paul, don't you think that's time to get to know each other? Oh, he just didn't respond because he didn't want to hear your mouth. Jason Deep said, realistically, 3 dates can take a minimum of 2 weeks for some and 2 months for others. What we're really talking about is 3 times that they might have spent real time together. And if by then you haven't had sex or at least spoken about and played with the idea of sex with each other, the chemistry probably isn't as sexual as you'd like to believe.
Fair point. To a certain extent.
So, yeah, that was our No Bravado Massive's opinion. Some guys and as Miss Good said, you know, you're putting these expectations that women need to put out in 3 months, but at the same time, in 3 dates, but at the same time, they must have a body count below 5. Like, make up your minds, dudes. You cannot have it both ways. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, with that said, I think we've come to the end of our show. We have 1 minute left. You've lifted my spirits. So you've taken me out of shut your fucking stupid mouth. I swear to God, I was like, this doctor really doesn't want to meet this character.
I'm gonna get a phone call.
Yeah, it was a phone call. And I was just sipping my drink and just thinking, you're a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? I put in one dirty complaint though, because I am bright and I can also write. So I'm one of the niggas that they shouldn't have given a book. Because I will write my ass off, like get out of here. Like nothing he said made sense, and then he became arrogant and agitated when I challenged that what you're saying doesn't make any sense. Do you know what I mean? But as I said to Mum, you just need to come out of this environment. When we was at Pride, the dust on our table was ludicrous. Just like dust in the air that we are taking in,
of course.
breathing in and stuff. We just need, like, you are going to have allergies. They don't know what to do about it. And this is the healthcare system that you're hanging on to. We need to bounce and go where there's sun and sea and clean air. And you will see the difference. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, let's see what she says. But another fight ensues. But like one of the doctors said to me today, because I had like 3 different appointments for her today, and one of the doctors said to me today, we just simply don't know what it is. But she's a woman, and what I've found is that the women consultants, they listen, whereas the men consultants are like, they're arrogant, they're rude, you're just a woman. One told me, my mum's GP said that I'm being emotional. You're being emotional. You're not looking at it from logical perspective. You're being emotional. So I wanted to say, shut your stupid mouth. Do you know what? Shut your stupid mouth, because it's stupid. But I think some men just don't have respect for women, and they think that we're just being emotional. And I had to break it down why I am one of the most logical thinking females you would ever like to meet. And here's my notes. This is what I've observed, and this is why I've on this day at this time, this happened. On this day at this time, this happened. So don't tell me. This is observation. So it's been a long road, but what do? We keep pushing. But thank you, girls, for listening and for taking me out of me bad mood. Always a pleasure. And thank you, Spotlight Radio listeners, for joining us and for being here with us today. We will see you next week at 8. Keep pushing your topics. Keep just doing what you're doing, giving your comments, pushing your topics. It makes our day. It makes No Bravado. There's no Bravado without you guys. So thank you so much for joining us and for your contributions. And yes, hit Nicole up. Where can they find you, Nick?
So www.caribella.org or caribella_moss Instagram.
Perfect. Cool. Shasha, Blondie, that blonde suits you, man. You look so
really
good.
Does.
Yes.
I'm feeling myself lately.
Yes. Come on, keep feeling yourself. That's right. Keep feeling yourself. It's what's supposed to happen, my girl. Come on. Round of applause for our you loads.
Thank you.
All right, girls. Thank you so much for a wonderful show. And until the next time. See you Sunday. And
see you Sunday. See you guys on Sunday.
And and we'll catch up then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Good night, ladies. Bye.
Bye.